Hi there, everyone. Knowing that the next SAT exam date is coming, I decided to make a short practice session on SAT Math where calculator is not permitted. I posted the link to the questions in the description box so you can check as well. Let's go. So the first question. The line L is graphed in the xy plane below. If the line is straight, L is translated to up 5 units and right 7 units, then what is the slope of the line? Let's assume it's translated 5 units up somewhere here and 7 units right somewhere here. It will still be the same line and the slope will not change. Actually, we shouldn't have done it. We just need to find the slope. What is the slope? It's change in y divided by change in x. And actually we have 2 points here that will help us to identify it. Change in y is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So here we have this point. What is the y of this point? If it's 5, this one is 6 and this is 7. So it's 7 and it happened to be minus y2. So 7 came here. So this is 4 minus 4 divided x. X was 0 here minus what is 1, 2. It makes 3 divided by minus 2. The answer is B. Minus 3 over 2. Actually, I did x1 minus x2 and y1 minus y2, but it works, so it's the same. If we change both the denominator and numerator, then the answer will not change. Next question. If you have any questions, please comment them so I will check and try to answer them. So, second question. The mean number of students per classroom, y, at Central High School can be estimated using this equation, where x represents the number of years since 2004. Which of the following statements is the best interpretation of this number in the context of problem? Here it's the slope, and we just talked about slope. Slope is the shows us how much change in y we get when we change x by 1. So one change in x causes how much change in y. So x is years here, number of years. So change in 1 year, like each year change, causes this amount of change in y. And what is y here is the mean number of students. So let's find the best answer here. The estimated mean number of students per classroom in this is not this. The estimated mean number of students per classroom in 2014, neither is this, because it's just a number, but we don't need just a number. We need something that will show us a decrease or an increase. So the estimated yearly decrease or estimated yearly increase, and the slope here is positive, so it means each year the mean increases, so it's estimated yearly increase. The answer is D. So let's go to the next question. Let me check if there are any comments. So not yet. Okay, let's continue. with this third question. If this is given and a is more than 0, what is the value of a plus 7? So actually there are several ways to solve this problem. What I would do first, I would rewrite this as a multiplied a plus 13 equals to 51. Oh, sorry, it's 14 equals to 51. And I see that 51 is such a number that doesn't have really a lot of multiples. It's just 1 by 51 or 51 by 1, or it's just 3 by 17 or 17 by 3 and nothing else. And just assuming that some of this can be the answer, I see that if a is 3 and a plus 14 gives me 17. So I find the answer that a is 3. This is one of the answers. So a is more than 0. Let's check. 3 squared. It's 9 plus 14 multiplied by 3. It's 30, 42. It gives us 51. So a plus, but let's not forget the question, a plus 7. So 3 plus 7 equals to 10. However, what is the other way to solve it? What we could do, we know that a squared plus 2a multiplied b plus b squared equals to a plus b squared. We rewrite this in this form and get our answer, because it's actually quadratic equation. And why they gave us the a is more than 0? Because there are actually two possible a's. One would be negative and one would be positive. So let's rewrite it. So if it's a squared plus, what is 14? 14 is 2 multiplied by 7 and multiplied by a. So I see that b here is 7. So I add 7 squared here, but I also should add 7 squared here. So what I get here, that a plus 7 squared equals 51 plus 49. And here it's a plus 7 squared equals 200, or a plus 7 squared equals 10 squared. A plus 7 equals plus minus 10. So from here we get a plus 7 equals to 10, and here a equals to 3, or a plus 7 equals minus 10 and a equals minus 17. So these are our two roots of this quadratic kind of equation. And since they say that a is more than 0, we pick this one, and we need to find the answer. A plus 7, it's 10. Or we would need to use our very famous equation like x1 or x2 equals minus b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. Any way you prefer. So the answer is 10. Let's go to the next question. So here, we given this equation, we just need to find what is y in terms of a. We just cross multiply here, this multiplied by this. So y multiplied by 2 equal 4 multiplied a minus 1. So 2y equals 4a minus 4. Y equals 4a minus 4 divided by 2. So it's equals to 2a minus 2. What is the answer here? It's a. Next, So we are given that y equals this and z equals to this. What is 2y plus z in terms of x? So we have that, it's here, but we need 2y. We have y, so let's multiply it by 2. What we get? 2y equals 2x to the power of 3 plus 4x plus 10. We got it, and we just need to add z. So plus z. What is that? That is equal to x squared plus 7x plus 1. So we sum only like terms. So it's 1 and 10. It's plus 11. 7x plus 4x. It's also 11x. X squared and 2x to the power of 3. So the answer is here C. Let's go to the next question. So guys, if you have any questions, feel free to comment. Let me check if there are any comments. So if not, let's continue. So exponents, etc. and powers. If a equals x to the power of minus 1 over 2, where a and x both are more than 0, which of the following equation gives us a in terms of x? So what we do, we just rewrite it as we should. So minus 1 to the power of 2 equals x. The sign minus means that this all is in denominator. So a to the power of 1, 2 equals to x. How we get it? Get rid of being a in denominator. We multiply, cross multiply, because we can write it here as 1. So it's x multiply a. What is 1 over 2 in the power? It means it's square root, and this equals to 1. Then we just rewrite it as square root of a equals to 1 over x. And how we get rid of the square root? We just increase to the power of 2. So a square root square x square. So we get a equals 1 divided by x to the power of 2. So it's B. Let's continue. The graph of y equals to 2x minus 4 multiplied by x minus 4 is parabola in the xy plane. In which of the following equivalent equations do the x, y, and y coordinates of the vertex of the parabola appear as coordinates or coefficients? So it's very wordy question, but what they really ask us to write this function in such a form that we will get the coordinates, x and y coordinates of the vertex. And for that we have this, to write this form: y equals to a multiplied x minus h to the power of 2 plus k, so that the vertex coordinates would be h and k. So we just need to rewrite this in this form. Let's do it. To rewrite it in this form, we first need to get rid of, like, open the equation. So it's 2x squared, first this and then this, minus 8x, so now this, minus 4x, and now this, plus 16. So we get 2x squared minus 12x plus 16. So I see this, so I will write it like 2x squared minus 6x plus 16. And now I need to rewrite this in such a form that I would get something to the power of 2. And I see that this is 6, so I know that it should be like 2 multiplied 3, like minus 2x. So I realize that I can rewrite x squared minus 6x as x squared minus 2 multiplied 3 multiplied x plus 3 squared minus 3 squared. And this would give me x squared minus 3 to the power, the x minus 3 to the power of 2 minus 9. So I just put it here. What I get 2 multiplied x minus 3 minus 9 plus 16. Here I get 2x minus 3 squared minus 18 plus 16, and this would give me, this would be equal to 2x minus 3 to the power of 2 minus 2. So this is the form we wrote. Like you see, the 3 is h and minus 2 is our k. So the answer should be C. However, guys, to solve this question faster, we just might need know just the form without all these calculations, etc. So if we know the form, we just looking for the form in the answers. This is not that form, this is also not that form. You see, this is exactly the form of what we need. We don't even check the numbers, we just see that it's something to the power of 2 plus something. So this is exactly what I wanted. It's similar to this form. So we could just answer without calculating. Next question. So complex numbers, which of the following is equal to? We do the same here and here, multiply, then calculate. So 14 multiplied 7 plus 14 multiplied 12i minus 2i multiplied 7 and minus 2i multiplied 12i. What I get? So this is 98. Here we get plus 168i minus 14i and minus 24i squared. This equals to 98 plus 154, it's like terms I, minus, what is I squared? I squared is minus 1, so minus by multiplied by minus gives us plus 24, and this would be equal to 122 plus 154i. So the answer is D. Next. So we just need to find the value of k from the equation. What first I might think is that I will cross multiply, but actually there's something easier I can do. I see that the denominators like 6 and 9 are both multiples of 18, right? So that's why I will multiply each side by 18, and by that I will get rid of the denominators. So if I multiply this side by 18, I get rid of 6, and here it's 3, and when I multiply here, it's 2. So 3 multiplied by 5, it's 15k plus 2, minus 3 multiplied by 7, it gives me minus 21, equals to 2 multiplied by 13, it's 26, minus 2 multiplied 4 minus k. So it's 15k plus 30 minus 21 multiplied by, no, I don't multiply here, it's just 21, equals to 26 minus 8 plus 2k. So here I do minus 2k here and minus 2k here. I get here 13k equals to 26 plus 21 minus 30, and this would be equal to, let's make it 30, it would be equal to minus 30, so it's 47 minus 30, it's 17. I guess I did somewhere a mistake. Let me recheck it. So it's 2 by 13 is 26, 2 it's minus 2 minus 2k here. Here it looks fine. Let's check it here, minus 21, 15k plus 30. So let's rewrite it as, oh, I forgot this minus 8. You see, minus 8, and 17 minus 8 is 9. So 13k equals to 9. K equals to 9 divided by 13. Oh, I apologize for this small mistake. But that's why we should be more careful during the exam. Next question. Oh, it's system of equations. We just need to find x multiplied by y. For that, we first need to find x and y. Let's first simplify these lines. So we rewrite it as 4x minus y minus 3y equals to plus 7, or just 7, or we can rewrite it as 4x minus 4y equals to 7, and here x plus 8y equals to 4. What I would do here, and I would just multiply this by 2, the first line, and I would get 8x minus 8y equals 14, and here I get x plus 8y equals to 4. Why I did it? I just noticed that this is 4y minus 4y, and this is 8y. So to get rid of them, I would multiply by 2 to get minus 8y. And when I get this, I just sum these two equations. I get 9x equals, we get rid of this, equals to 18, and x equals to 2. And I put this 2 to any equation I have, so I'll put it here. So 2 plus 8y equals to 4. 8y equals to 2. Y by 3. And how do I, what is the question? We need to find out the product of x and y. So 2 multiplied by 1 over 3, it's 2 over 3. Wait, did I do mistake again? So I found that x is equal to 2, and I put it to any equation. Let's put it here. We said it's 2 plus 8y equals to 4. 8y equals to 2. Y equals to 2 divided by 8. It's 1 over 4. Ah, I found my mistake. Just so now it's over 4, and this gives us 2 here. It's 1 over 2. The answer is C. I guess I need just some break. Let me check if we have any comments, so, and it will be a small break for me. So if no comments, I will continue. Okay, we have another kind of system of equations where we just, not system, just a line, function of line, and we need to find this value. What would I do here again? I would again multiply by both sides by such a number to get rid of denominators. What is the common denominator would be for 2 and 3? It's a 6. So I multiply each side by 6 and 6 here. So what I get here, it's 3x plus 6 and 2 are and 3 giving me 2y equals to 4 multiplied by 6 is 24. Oh, actually I found what was asked. So it's 24. Let's continue. Okay, which of the following is equal to sine of pi divided by 5? Let's see, it's very useful to know this circle with the radius of 1, so it's easier to find the sine of any angle, etc. Here I know that this is not equal to this, because what is sine from the circle? Sine is the value of this. So when we get pi divided by 5, it's some angle here. It has positive value, but minus sign is somewhere here. It has negative value. So the answer is sure not this. And the cosine of pi divided by 5. This is also not the answer, because sine pi divided by 5 is a positive number, but it's minus cosine. So cosine is also positive, but minus makes it negative, so it's also not equal. So what I get here, I'm left with two answers. And since I see that there is a 10 in denominator, I assume that the transformation happened with pi over 2. And when I use pi over 2 or 3 pi over 2, we usually change the name of the function. For example, sine of pi minus 2 minus x is equal, so we change the name, cosine of x. So here, since we change the name, I know that the answer will be cosine. The answer is C here, but let's check to be sure how did they found it. So sine, we write pi minus 5 and 3 pi minus 10. We can write it as pi over 2 minus pi over 5. What I get? I get sine no, I get actually cosine of 5 pi minus 2 pi divided by 10, and this is cosine of 3 pi divided by 10. Actually, we got exactly what is here. So the answer is C. But I'd rather do logically, knowing that if we use 3 pi divided by 2 or pi divided by 2, I need to change the name of the function. So again, we have a system of a linear equation above, and A is constant. If the system has no solution, what is the value of A? If we are given two equations or system of equations, and we are asked something like there are infinite amount of answers, there are only one solution, or there is no solution, what we do, we always check these numbers standing before x, before y, and the constant. So if 1 over 2 divided by a is equal to minus 1 over 4 minus 3, and this equals to 5 over 20, if all of them are equal, then this system has infinite amount of solutions. If we have neither of them being equal to each other, none, then there's only one solution. Or if, let me delete it, if these two are equal to each other, but they're not equal to this, then there is no solution. So it's equal and equal, so it's no solution. So this is what we actually need. So we just check this one. 1 over 2 divided by a equals to minus 1 over 4 divided by minus 3. So we get rid of minus, and we happen to get 2a equals to 1 divided by 12. So we find that 12 equals to 2a, 2a equals 12, a equals to 6. So what we are asked, we've asked the value of a when there are infinite amount of solutions. No solutions. So this is that. And we just check 1 over 2 divided by 6, we get 1 over 12. Does 1 over 12 equal to 5 over 20? It's 1 over 4. No, it is not equal exactly. So the answer is 6. Next. We have a wordy question. So we have this equation above, and Anis needs to complete a printing job using both of the printers in her office. One of the printers is twice fast as the other, and together the printers can complete the job in 5 hours. The equation above represents the situation described. Which of the following describes what the expression 1 over 2 represents in the equation? So to solve this question, we just need to understand how we are solving generally this type of question where some type of job should be done and someone doing the job faster or slower. What we write? if some person or one printer does the job, let's write printer does the job in some hours, let's say 7 hours, then it means that in 1 hour the same printer would do 1/7 of the job, right? One printer, so it's here one printer 7 hours makes one job, or one printer in 1 hour makes 1/7 job. So here we have 1/x, 2/x, so it means this one speed. So this is actually speed, right? If the bigger this number, the faster is job done. So here we get 1/x, 2/x. So we see there are two printers. Which one is faster? The one is the bigger. Which one is bigger? Where if the denominators are same, the number with bigger denominator is bigger. So 2 is bigger. So this one is faster and this one is slower printers. And what is 5 here? So if they combine their powers, they do the job in 5 hours. But what is 5? 1/5 is the amount of job they do together in 1 hour. So 1/x represents the power or the time of the like proportion of the job the first printer does, the first or the slowest. So the time in hours that takes slower printer to complete the printing job alone, no. This is actually x, just here it would be x. The proportion of the job that the slower printer would complete in 1 hour. Yeah, this is the answer. The proportion of the job that the faster printer, no, the faster is the one with 2, and the time in hours that it takes the slower printer to complete 1/5 of the job. No, it's not that for sure. So next question is geometry. The semicircle above has the radius of r inches and chord CD is parallel to diameter. If the length of CD is 2/3 of the length of AB, what is the distance between the chord and the diameter in terms of r? So guys, what does it tell me? Let's write that r equals to 2b. Then this is gonna be 4b, right? Or let me think, why I'm rewriting r? Just because we have 2/3. So let's write it r equals to 3b. So we get 3b here and 3b here. And this is the diameter, so it's a radius diameter. And the length of CD is 2/3 of AB. 2/3 multiplied 3b gives me 2b. Great. So this is 2b. What is the distance between the chord and the diameter? What is distance? Distance is this perpendicular line. How we define it? Actually, this perpendicular line can be drawn here, right? And if I connect this is radius, so it's 3b. And this is actually dividing it into the two equal parts. So this one is going to be b, and this one is also b. And I need to find this. So what is this? What does it remind? It's a right triangle where we need to find one leg with hypotenuse of 3b. So let's write it x. X equals to x squared plus b squared. It's this one, b squared equals to 3b squared. So x squared plus b squared equals to 9b squared. X squared equals to 8b squared. X equals to b square root of 8, or b multiplied by 2 square root of 2. And this is in terms of b, but we need r. So what is b here? B equals to r divided by 3. So we just rewrite it. X equals to r divided by 3, 2 square root of 2. I see no answer here. Let's find where did I mistake. Let's redo it, but with normal numbers like r, etc. So this is r, this is x, this is r, and this is, what is this? If all CD is 2/3 of r, half of it is gonna be 1/3, right, of r. Again, we write x squared plus 1 over 3 r squared equals to r squared. X squared equals 1 over 9 r squared equals r squared. X squared equals to r squared. So it's plus here minus 1 over 9 r squared. I'm getting similar thing like 8. Wait a minute. The length of CD is 2/3 of AB. I found what I did wrong. So AB is not R, but it's 2R. So here it's 2/3 of 2R, and it makes 4 divided by 3, right? Excuse me, just give me a couple of minutes. I'll be back. So I'm back. Excuse me. I just received a call, so I couldn't not answer it. So let's redo it all again. So we need to find the length of this line. So this is R, and this is R. The CD is 2/3 of AB. CD is 2/3 of AB. So CD is, what is AB? 2/3 multiplied by 2R. It gives me 4 divided by 3R. And we need just this line, so it's half of CD. So let's divide it by 2. I get 2 divided by 3R. 3, and this is R. So now I do my Pythagorean theorem. X plus 2 divided by 3 r squared equals to r squared, x squared equals 4 plus 4 divided by 9 r squared equals to r squared, x squared equals to r squared minus 4 divided by 9 r squared, x equals to, it's 9 over 9, that's 5, 9 r squared, or x on here, so x equals to square root of 5 divided by square root of 9 is 3 multiplied by r. Finally, this is the answer. Let's continue. 16. Oh, this is very interesting question actually. It's given that sine x equals to a, where x is radian measure of an angle and it's between pi over 2 and pi. What is sine w if sine w is minus a, which of the following values is w? So guys, I see that they didn't change the name of the function. As I said already, it's not p over 2 or 3p over 2 or any of their multiples, right? So it should be either pi or 2 pi. But actually, if we do something with 2 pi, it's never changed. Like you whatever add, subtract this 2 pi, the answer shall not change. So we see it was a, and it happened to be minus a. Then it's not 2 pi. We get rid of these answers, and we are left with this. What we do here is draw a circle like this, and we know that x is between pi or pi over 2 is somewhere here, and I just checked these answers. If pi minus x, it would be pi minus this amount, we will get somewhere here, and this is positive. And actually here sign is also positive, so they get the same thing, so it's not that. So the answer is B. Or we can do this, sine pi minus x equals to, we don't change the name, and this is x, so it should be the same like a. Therefore it's minus a, we pick the B. The answer is B. So we have this equation of the circle. What is the diameter? So with this, we just need to remember how do we write the proper way of equation of the circle equals to r squared, where x1 and y1 are the coordinates of the center, but we don't need them actually for this question. We just need the diameter, and diameter equals to 2r, so we just need to find r. Let's rewrite this in such a way that we can get these formulas. So it's x squared, it's minus 6, so it's minus 2 multiplied 3x. What I do with 3, I add 3 squared to this side and this side, right? Plus 3 squared, so that they would be equal. Plus, what is this? Y squared plus 2, 4, and y. And what is 4? It's plus 4 squared here and plus 4 squared here. I get 144 plus 9 plus 16, and this would give me very nice number. It's 169. So I rewrite it as 13 square. So 13 is what? 13 is radius, but we need diameter. So 13 multiplied 2 equals 26 is the diameter. So let's check and continue. So we have, what is one possible solution of this equation? Okay, let's solve it. This is our last question for today. If you have any questions, please feel free to add them. So we just multiply by each other. Minus 1, it's 24 multiplied x minus 1 minus 12 x plus 1 equals to 1, or 24x minus 24 minus 12x minus 12 divided. What is this? This can be rewritten as x squared minus 1 squared, right? X squared and minus 1 squared, and this is equal to 1. So like terms here are 24 and 14. It's 12x minus this happens to be 36 equals to, just cross multiply, x squared minus 1. And when we rewrite this, we get x squared minus 12x plus 35 equals to 0. And this is just quadratic equation. We can solve it by x1 equal or x2 equals to minus d plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a, or again with logic. So what is 35? 35 is 7 by 5, right? And what do I get 7 by 5 when I sum them? Do I get it here? Yes, 7 plus 5 equals to 12. That's right, this is the answer. So the roots are 7 and 5. The solution 7 or 5, any of the numbers. So let me see, I don't see. Yes, it's 5 or 7. Great. This is it for today. If you have any questions, please feel free to answer. Sorry, just feel free to write them in the comments. I will answer them. So I'm waiting a couple of minutes. If there's no questions, then thank you. There are also links for other videos on my channel. Feel free to go through them as well. Thank you. That's it for today.